How do you beat a drug possession charge? In Indiana, drug possession involves knowingly and intentionally possessing cocaine, methamphetamine, marijuana, or another drug. So the basic elements are identity, possession, and intent. With these elements in mind, there are 4 typical issues you see in a possession case. You should review the facts in your situation and discuss these issues with your attorney. First, there can be issues with identity. The prosecutor must prove you were the person who possessed the drugs in question. So in a lot of cases, unless the drugs were found on you, there's no direct evidence as to who possessed the drugs. So issues with identity come across in cases where there's multiple passengers in a car or drugs found in a common area of a house or apartment. So ultimately, if there's reasonable doubt as to identity, it could lead to a not guilty verdict. Second, there could be issues with possession. Were you actually in possession of the drugs or contraband? Or to put it another way, were the items in your care and control? Here you need to look at where the items were found, and issues could arise if they were found in places such as a common area or found hidden in a car with multiple passengers. Doubt in this area can lead to a not guilty verdict. Third, there could be issues with knowledge. The state must prove that you knew the drugs were there. For example, if you were driving in a friend's car and the friend had a bag of drugs hidden in the car and you get pulled over, you may have no clue there were drugs in the car. So you had control of the drugs because you were driving, but you lack actual knowledge, which is a required element of drug possession. So the state would have an issue in their case here. Fourth, there could be issues with an illegal search or seizure, which is something you have to look for in every possession case. So for instance, you may have been caught knowingly possessing the drugs, but if the items were seized in violation of your Fourth Amendment rights, you may be able to suppress the evidence. So an example would be if you were illegally detained, the police searched without probable cause, without your consent, or maybe they searched without a warrant. Here you're holding the police accountable, and if there's search or seizure issues, the evidence will be suppressed and you would win your case. So here are 4 things you can do to challenge a drug possession case. Having an issue in your case alone does not guarantee a victory, but it can show doubt, it can be used in plea negotiations, and could ultimately lead to a not guilty verdict at trial. So as I recommend in any case, talk with your attorney, develop a plan for your defense. At Vining Legal, these are the kinds of things we talk about in the beginning of any drug case. My name is Nathan Vining. I'm an attorney in Indianapolis. I represent people in drug cases throughout the state of Indiana. And if you have questions, feel free to call me or text me at the number that follows.